What is up? What is up? We are back in black in the building. Man. We made it back another day, another 10 cents. What is going on? Shout out to everybody at the Court Plantation. Touch, man, what's happening? I'm surprised it even alerted you. Man, what's going on? There's so much going on. It's getting hot out there. Shout out to everybody at the Court Plantation. You already know who the fuck I am. I'm your boy, Warren G. And the place to be. Been clown and sucker free since 2003, which means ain't no finessing me. Shout out to everybody out there that's, if you want to go take your vaccination, go take it, clown. Just don't come over my way with that bullshit. Shout out to everybody out there at the Court Plantation, handling business, doing what they need to do to survive. Because you know what? It ain't no fun unless you got a job and you can get you some. Anyway, man, there's a lot to discuss, a lot to talk about. But before I get into that, we got to do a little bit of house cleaning. So everybody need to go out and go study and get these books like Black Labor, White Wealth, Destruction of a Black Civilization by Chancellor Williams. Go get The Burglary. Go get Powernomics. Come on, man. Go get The Fall of America by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Those are great books that you should add to your dossier of knowledge. Shout out to everybody out there that's trying to make a way out of no way, try to rub two pennies together to pay their bills. I was already on YouTube. I'm at the plantation. Man, shout out to everybody at the Court Plantation, man. I got to tell Miss Wendy I got her message, too. I feel it. She was like, I had to get off social media. I don't blame you. You need a break. I'm only on this motherfucker to do this podcast. Other than that, I try to make my shit limited. Shout out to everybody out there going to go get bug breaking. Go get that shit. I should have already been getting mine. I'm about to check my shit right now because I got my shit on auto order. And I'm going to stream it too. So shout out to everybody going out there to go check out bug breaking. That's probably going to be the movie of the century. That's going to be the movie of the decade, the movie of the year. Straight up. Man, everybody needs to watch this movie. We're going to talk a little bit about that. We're also going to talk about Derek Chauvin wanting a new trial. Your own video killing somebody, but you like, nah, there was jury tampering. So they were tampering with the jurors. So you know what? They're niggers anyway, so I need a new trial. So we're going to get into that. We're going to talk about, too, Bill Gates getting a divorce. I guess you and your wife got tired of killing people, huh? Fuck out of here. Anytime you want to ask a person that builds computers about viruses, y'all niggas, and I'm not, this nigga's not a doctor, but for some sort of reason, he's always on the news talking about what we need to do to get the virus under control and what type of medical attention. The first time I'd be like, well, why are we asking you? You make computers. Because when you go get your brakes done, you don't go to somebody to change oil to do your brakes. But only United States of America Incorporated. So we're gonna get on that. And we're also gonna get on this woman. They're not revealing her identity, but she checked the shit out of this Latino police officer in San Dimas, California, which is very racist. And she basically, I'm gonna play the audio, but she basically told that motherfucker like, you'll always be Mexican and you'll never be white. And I just want to pose that question to people that agree with that. I do agree with saying that because a lot of these other racial groups, they are honorary racists. And they are upholders of the system of racism and white supremacy. And they are not trying to establish a system of justice. So if that's what you're doing, then get the fuck away from me. We're going to get into all that, man. We're going to talk about all these things and how it correlates to the corporate plantation and what you need to watch out for and what you need to look at when you are at this corporate plantation, how you need to conduct yourself and how to respond and not react. I talk about that every week because it's very easy to react, but it's very hard to respond. But the response has a long-lasting statement. For all you that's at corporate plantation, no matter what, we don't need to mention the names or where you work. That's not important. No matter where you work at or where you work or whatever it is going right now, when somebody pokes the bear and pokes, you respond, not react. Which means maybe you might need to separate yourself from that group of corporate plantation peers and go somewhere else. And that's what you need to do. If you can't change people around you, change the people around you. So we're going to get into all that, man. And we are also going to get on all these Joe Biden fans who voted for him. They're so quiet right now and making up excuses. Because that's what I see a lot on Twitter. Well, we got to give him, he got to clean up what Donald Trump did. Stop. Donald Trump was anti-vax. Donald Trump was anti a lot of shit. And Donald Trump did say black people built this country. Am I telling you to go vote for Donald Trump? No, I am not telling you to go vote for nobody. What I'm telling you to do is sometimes you got to leverage your vote and hold it. And not just vote for anybody that smile with you. We're going to talk about all this. We're going to get into it, man. And I think it's very, very, very imperative that we start getting on our knowledge and reading. I'm still reading Price for a Pound of Flesh. Busy. Got a couple of things going on right now. So I'm going to get back to it. I'm almost done with that book. Very, very good book. We're going to get into it. Hey, don't give me the rapping on this motherfucker. I'll fuck with y'all. Hey, and shout out to everybody out there that don't have to borrow money but know how to budget their own money and handle business. Shout out to them, man. It's not easy at all. Super, super difficult and very hard to do. So shout out to them. Hey. You already know I'm going to say. Shout out to everybody that believe in Cesare Borgia. I had to put that in there because niggas still praising and believing in him, but these white supremacists is going to ooze upside your head every chance they get, but you still telling everybody to go pray to Cesare. Fuck out of here. Let's get into it. Hey. Man. It is a lot going on. Like I said, man, I just want to get into it and get it cracking real quick. Man, did y'all see Bill Gates is getting a divorce from his wife. Man, please, that was probably a sham anyway, nigga. You didn't want to be with that bitch ain't want to be with you. You just bored. Let me just marry anybody. And then y'all was together and had just bored. Well, we've killed so many niggers, you know. I'm bored. I don't want to do this anymore. That's what I think. Because anytime a motherfucker run to a person like Bill Gates and ask him what's his advice about medical, and he ain't no fucking doctor, that's crazy. But soon as we'll run to Bill Gates about medical and what we should do as far as beating a virus, but niggas that talk shit about Dr. Sabi, like Vlad TV, talk shit about Dr. Sabi, but we listening to Bill Gates, and don't nobody question that shit. So that should tell you where we are as a civilization in the United States of America Incorporated. That should tell you where we are, man. What's going on, 066? Yeah, Bill and Melinda. Bill and Melinda got tired of killing niggas. That's all that was. It's bored. Well, I don't want to kill any more niggers. Because let's try the vaccinations out on Africa first. They go, what? And everybody going to them. So we're going to definitely get on that first so everybody could understand. Y'all didn't want to listen to Dr. Sabi, but we listening to Bill Gates, who has no medical training, nothing. Bill Gates said he in love with a robot. What's up, screwhead? Shit, Bill Gates, let me tell you what I think Bill Gates is in love with. Bill Gates is in love with Agenda 21. Bill Gates is in love with, in my personal opinion, having that long-lasting effect on the fickle crowd, the deaf, dumb, and the blind. That's what he's infatuated with, having that type of control and the monopoly over everything. You can't turn the computer without Microsoft. You motherfucker want to say he ain't got no monopoly? Yeah, he has a monopoly. No computer operating system runs without him. What do you mean? What the fuck you mean? So that is a monopoly, one. And two, again, why is it that everybody, oh yeah, Planned Parenthood? Yeah, definitely. Why is it that everybody want to listen to this motherfucker when it comes to medical advice, but we didn't ever want to listen to Dr. Sabi? So I wanted to get on that first. Yeah, why is he so involved with COVID? Yeah, y'all, I'm asking y'all. Y'all tell me. Why do y'all think that he's so involved with COVID? If you go back, y'all niggas know, go back and listen to them podcasts. I've been saying, why the fuck is we listening to him? He can't even solve the problem to get viruses off of Microsoft 10. He can't even get the nigga gotta go buy a goddamn condom for your computer because he done got it all fucked up where your computer basically is a hoe. He can't solve that problem, but he can tell you about COVID. He can tell you about what we need to do if you get sick. Man, stop. You better go follow Dr. Sabi's principles. You better go check out my IRA herbs. Get you some sea moss in your life. Get you some black seed oil, some turmeric, and bladderwrack and all that other shit. And stop listening to these motherfuckers tell you that Bill Gates he ain't no fucking doctor, but we'll listen to him. That's why I want to get on that first. Bill Gates looks sick. No, not just look, he is, in my personal opinion. When you have that much control and power over people and that much say-so, and you just build computers, that's crazy. You're not a doctor. You're not a surgeon. You don't know what it is to really operate on people, but you can tell us what the fuck we supposed to be doing? No, stop. But we want to talk shit about Dr. Sabi? No, I don't want to hear that shit. So next, now we gonna get, now I want to get on the real nitty gritty. Mr. Derek Chauvin. That nigga basically killed somebody on TV and then like, well, I want a new trial. Cause these are dumb niggers and well, we only had like one black person on your jury. Well, he's a dumb nigger, so I want another trial. Witness tampering, jury tampering, yeah, whatever. Just throw it out and see if it sticks and watch they grant him a new trial. You see that judge is already talking shit about Maxine Waters. Why are you over there talking shit about her? That ain't got shit to do with the trial. Matter of fact, Maxine Waters is not even in Minnesota. So what the fuck you doing talking about her? That's because they trying to let y'all know, look, we don't fuck with y'all. When y'all gonna learn, that's why niggas is celebrating all this other stuff. Shit. Don't be surprised if they grant that motion and that appeal and then the motherfucker get a new trial and get off. Then niggas is gonna be mad as fuck. And they ain't gonna give a fuck if you right. Cause you know what? They gonna have the motherfucking riot gear police out there waiting on y'all asses. While y'all sitting up there marching, whining, repeating, while Anthony Thompson Jr. and Anthony Brown, all the rest of these black unarmed civilians, gets gunned down, murdered with impunity. And we sit up here marching, I'm telling you. Y'all motherfuckers gonna learn about that shit. That's why motherfuckers said we're gonna march. Be like, well, what we need to march for? Because that shit ain't solving shit. Like, one, why you don't march? I'm not marching because you're not finna see me out there marching, whining, and repeating, and we ain't solving that. All I'm gonna do is get to arguing with the people that's out there. Because the first thing I'm gonna be like, all right, what are we doing next? Because I'm not with the sucker shit telling niggas to go vote, because that don't solve shit unless you vote as a block like Dr. Claude Anderson teaches. But motherfuckers don't want to listen to Dr. Claude Anderson until it becomes cool. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna act like I've been on Dr. Claude Anderson for 10 years, but I've been on him long enough to be like, whoa, that's some bullshit. Cause you know, a nigga be like, vote. I like, vote. Hold on, let me go read one of Dr. Claude Anderson's chapters in here. Yeah. You know, that type of shit. You gotta be like that. Why? Because this book should be your Bible. This book should be your Bible. I'm telling you. Because that book has so many principles and mindsets and mentalities of what has taken place the last 450 years. And nobody understands that. That's why you have every other racial group as they're honorary white supremacists. You know what I mean? Or I would like to say protectors of the dominant society. You know, because you have the dominant society, you have the protectors of them, whether they're Sambos, Coons, telling about the gun line, Hayward Shepherds, Steve from Django's, or you have the other racial groups that are Coons and Sambos. It's Coons and Sambos in every racial group that will protect the dominant society at all costs. Rodney King beating, watch it again, reminded me of George Floyd. Exactly, that was on tape. And by the way, none of those officers were found guilty, and they all still work for the police department to this day. And nobody talks about that shit. And all they did was, when y'all hear a person say police reform, all that means is they're just gonna move that police officer to another fucking department where he's gonna be around a whole bunch of other white racist motherfuckers. In my personal opinion. That's just my opinion. I'm not saying that all police are bad, but if you're a good cop, then put out the bad ones. Why is it law enforcement wants you to snitch on your own people and your own family and friends, but then when you like, well, then snitch on them, they be like, oh, blue wall, sorry. You know, the fraternal order of police, that type of shit. It's just things that we don't see every day. That's what goes on behind the scenes, and I don't think we think in the capacity of how they do, because this is a wickedly brilliant system in my perspective. You're made to lose. That's why y'all niggas know Screwhead 066. Y'all know, man, I've been saying this shit forever. If you are in this system and you're at the corporate plantation, stop making the success of the dominant society your template. That is not your system. So you should have the same type of goals, dreams, and ambitions as them. It's their system. It's like telling the kid, oh yeah, you can grow up and be the president. No, you gotta be Obama to be a president. You have to be chosen. First of all, you can't be a foundational black American, which we know Obama wasn't. Second of all, you have to have the agenda of the dominant society at hand and not black folk. And you have to put around you people that look like they have the black agenda when really all they have is the dominant society's agenda. Got to play our own game, like Prince was saying. Yes, Prince wouldn't even do songs with people unless they own their own masters. See, he realized what the game was. First of all, let's just take it back. Michael Jackson was the most, I would say, the most impactful artist, not just his performing, but his business skills. Michael Jackson was on point. This nigga bought the Beatles catalog. He's buying up everybody's catalog. It has been said that Eminem was making fun of him. He bought Eminem's catalog. Now that's what had been said. But I'll tell you this, Michael Jackson was so smart and so business savvy, they didn't like him. The white Jewish community, they couldn't stand him. The LGBTQ Jewish community couldn't stand him. That's why Michael Jackson had told Oprah, hey, your Jewish moist friends, you better watch them. Oh, those are my friends. Okay, you better watch them, because when you don't do what they say, they come after you. And that's exactly what they did to him. I mean, I miss MJ too, man. I'm telling you, these are just things we gotta look at. I always say that. I always look at this shit, man, because I was just like, man, we're not even looking at what the fuck is going on. Derek Chauvin, like, oh, jury tampering, new trial. You gonna look up, and he gonna have a new trial, and you gonna look up, and he gonna be found not guilty. That's because we, in my personal opinion, we celebrate too fast. Why you say that? We do. And we like symbolic victories. You know what I mean? There was this thing I was watching too about this. I think the young brother was a little slow, but this white diner owner, he was making him work for free for years. So they had to settle. He had to pay that black brother like $500,000. But it's like, you'll pay that one individual, but black folk worked for 450 years. We built the goddamn country from scratch. Where the fuck is our money at? Why is it everybody wants to talk about shit that's not important, but when it's time for reparations, niggas they want to put Danny Glover on TV. This illiterate, tell him about the gun line, non-reading ass nigga. With the thing that, come on, Briggs, let's go, Briggs. No, nigga, you're not in Lethal Weapon. This is not Lethal Weapon. This is not the, nigga, what are you doing? You're not on the goddamn stage of Lethal Weapon. You're not shooting a movie, Danny Glover. This is about real shit that's going on. That's why they always put these dumb motherfuckers, they put the camera right on them. Just like the young kid that got killed in the bathroom. I think it's Anthony Thompson Jr., if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure. Probably. So many people that got killed. And then look, the young brother they put on there, I'm not saying they's most, but he was like, that's why we should march and all. I'm like, nah, see, they want that. They don't want a kid to be like, well, you have to do a Neely Fuller Jr. on the dominant society. Well, why? Y'all tell me why y'all think things are fair. So, do you think that there's not racism? Tell me why. Give me tangible examples, and don't give me no basketball players, no entertainers, and don't give me no boule people. I'm talking about foundational black Americans that busted their ass, worked their ass off, and they can't be ostracized or ejected or deleted from the system like y'all do everybody else. George Zimmerman case, now he would be guilty in today's society. Exactly. Oh, bro, man, I remember working around the dominant society. The George Zimmerman case came on, and people was just like, well, if they were calling him cracker, that's kind of like saying the N-word. I'm just looking at these people like, okay, is that what you think? That's what they told you? Because, they be wanting a response. Politicians brother on TV said America is not a racist country, laughing out. They scraped him. Oh, yeah, Uncle Tim Scott. Kamala Harris agreed. She said the same thing. She said that this country not racist. Why would they say it is? They're trying to de-escalate and diffuse and segregate the foundational black Americans. That's like, hey, this is some bullshit, and make it like we are the bad people and we're ungrateful. See, the same templates that are set for you at your corporate plantations and your hierarchy of needs there, that's what's set up outside of that. It's the same template. It's the same formulary process. They do the same thing. That's how it is at the NBA. No diss to LeBron, but LeBron has to watch and choose what his words is because the NBA caters to him. They cater to him. He's the NBA's child. They cater to him. So he has anybody that they cater to, you have to watch what they say. But look at how they vilified and demonized Kevin Durant, because Michael Rappaport with his hoe ass. See, that's what happens when you be coming around. See, anybody that y'all have around you, watch them. No matter who they are. And if they're another racial group, really be looking at them. Because eventually they're going to come out the bag. And when they do, you be like, okay, now I know what you on. See, I knew that about Michael Rappaport when he did that Tribe Called Quest documentary. And he had Fife and Q-Tip on there fighting and arguing. And I just thought it was distasteful. This man's got diabetes. And it just was very distasteful. And he did not have to air that. But he did anyway. So I wasn't feeling that at all. And after I saw that shit, I was very, very kind of like, yeah, I'm not feeling him at all. And that documentary came out about 3-4 years ago. And I've never really been a Michael Rappaport fan. I just, when you were in higher learning, that's not acting. Even if it is acting, I feel most dominant society white people, if that comes across their desk, nigga, if they had any integrity about themselves, they'd be like, nah, I'm not playing that role. I don't care if it is acting. Why would you write that? Why y'all writing shit like that? Nah, I'm good. They would be putting the producers on blast. Like, why are you doing that? But most of them don't. They don't have integrity. They don't care. It ain't making fun of their people. Do you ever see movies where they just constantly berating white Jewish people? No, you do not see that at all. At all. All they do is talk about Anne Frank and the Holocaust, but they don't never go into detail and the talking and the racial epithets that are spewed towards the white Jewish community. Nah, why would they do that? Because that doesn't benefit them. So we got to wake up, man. The reason why I say you got to wake up, man, because life is too short for you to be sitting up here going along to get along. A lot of people go along to get along because they think they're going to get something. Those are called conformists. They're going to conform because they think they're going to get something. A lot of us are bootlickers, ass kissers. And then a lot of us just ass kiss and do it just on GP. Sometimes you try to network, and I don't call it necessarily ass kissing. If you're trying to network and you're trying to build a rapport so you can put your people on, that's different. I get it. Everybody has their own way. But when you just straight out sandbone and cooning and you ain't getting nothing out of it and you ain't trying to help your people or reach back and help your people, that's just some sambo behavior, man. Straight up. Here, man, I'm about to play some of this audio. And I want y'all to hear this shit, man. This shit had me roll. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find this shit. Hold on. Let's see.
You know why I'm being harassed today? Because I was going under the speed limit. I was going at 38.
Yes, you are, ma'am. Good morning.
This is the can.
40, and I was going 38. So why are you harassing me?
You are correct. I pulled you over because
you're a murderer.
Because
yes, I started to
Hey, she was going in on him. I pulled you over because you're a murderer.
record because
Hold on. Let me see if I can find a better audio, man. Because when they be posting this shit on Twitter. Hold on. Let me see if I can. I'm gonna try to find better audio of it. Because that audio is trash. Let's see. Yeah, but she goes in. She goes in on this Latino cop. And I know he didn't like that. He kept his composure because he was being recorded. That's all that was. And a lot of what she was saying was some real shit. It wasn't like she was lying at all. Hold on. Woman. Rents at race. Rents. Hold on. Rents. Racist things. Yes. Latino cop. Let's see if I can find it. Like Netflix shows. Damn, I can't find it. Yeah, 'cause that lady was going in. Hold on. Damn, I can't find it. Hold on, let me see if I can find it another way, because y'all got to listen to this shit. Let's see. Yeah. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see if it'll play.
I was going at 38.
Yes, you are, ma'am. Good morning.
Which is
hold
in the
on.
speed limit 38. So why are you harassing me?
You are correct. I pulled you over
Because you're a murderer.
because
yes, I started to record because you're a murderer.
you can't be on your cell phone.
A cell phone. It's a cell phone first. You ain't stopping crime. You putting people over for a cell phone. Okay.
You're
on
driving.
my phone, I was recording you because you scared me.
You can't use your cell phone while you're recording.
You.
May I have your driver's license?
It's at my apartment.
What's your apartment?
It's at my home. I'm just taking my son to his.
Do you have your driver's license?
I mistakenly left it at home.
Do you have a picture of your driver's license?
Yes, I do.
May I have it?
And can you call your supervisor, please?
I already did. He's on his way.
Good, because you're a murderer.
Okay.
And so you're giving me a cell phone ticket? Is that why you're harassing me?
Not harassment.
Yeah.
I am enforcing the law.
I
ma'am.
have a right to and record the police when they're harassing me.
By all means, but you can't do it while you're driving.
I wasn't texting or none of that.
Do you have that
you
picture?
scared me and made
Hold on, let me see if I think I found some better audio. Y'all need to listen to this. Pause. Y'all need to listen to this. Check this out. Hold on. Let me see which one. This one or no, this one is longer. Hold on.
40 and I was going 38, so why are you
Man, this better not be nobody motherfucking talking, man.
harassing?
You will never be white. Woman racist black teacher.
Oh, nah. You clout chasing. Why would you we don't need you to. First of all, you can barely speak English. Whoever did that video, clown.
You know why I'm being harassed today? Because I was going under the speed limit. I was going at 38.
Yes, you are, ma'am. Good morning.
Which is, and the speed
Now
limit
listen
is
what she
40,
say.
And I was going 38, so why are you harassing
You are
me?
correct. I pulled you over
Because
because
you're a
See, he said you're correct.
murderer.
Reasonable
yes, I started
suspicion.
to record because
you can't
you're a murderer.
you can't be on your cell
I
phone
wasn't
while you're
on
driving.
my phone. I was recording you because you scared me.
You can't use your
Ooh, she was putting him out there. They said it was a sister. Now this is what they saying. They not giving her name, but they said it was a sister.
I
phone
can
while you're
record
recording.
you.
May I have your driver's license?
It's at my apartment.
What's your apartment?
It's at my home. I'm just taking.
This is how you know he was inexperienced. Because I think he think this is going to do something. But really, anybody that has any type of sense would be like, why are you pulling people over for cell phones, bro? It's people out here committing real crimes. The fuck is you on?
My son to his.
Do you have your driver's license?
I mistakenly left it at home.
Do you have a picture of your driver's license?
Yes, I do.
May I have it?
And can you
What's up, Erica? What's happening with you?
call your?
Hey, she going in though, and she was smart. She had her cell phone on his ass ever since he walked up. Like, no, why you pull me? So he really couldn't really say shit.
Supervisor, please,
I
because
already did. He's on his way.
good, because you're a murderer.
What she said? Cause you're a murderer. That's a fact.
Okay.
And so you're giving me a cell phone ticket? Is that why you're harassing me?
Not harassment.
Yeah.
I am enforcing the law.
I
ma'am.
have a right to and record the police when they're harassing me.
By all means, but you can't do it while you're driving.
I wasn't texting or none of that.
Do you have
And
that
you
picture?
scared me and made me think you were going to murder me.
Okay, well, I'm sorry you feel that way.
Well, that's not just a feeling, you're a murderer.
Ooh, she going in. They're not revealing who this is. It might be a white woman though, because if it was black, I think they would have revealed it. But what she said was just listen.
Can you zoom in on that for me, dear?
Sure.
Thank you.
And I'm perfectly legal, and I'm a teacher.
Ooh, she was letting him out. I think they said it was a sister, but I think it's a white woman though. I think it's a dominant society white woman. Just listen.
There.
Congratulations.
Murderer. You're a murderer.
What's your last name? I can't see that there.
Well,
If
here you
stop,
go,
Stop
murderer.
shaking. Zoom in on that for
No,
me, ma'am.
because you're scaring me.
See, let me tell you why I'm playing this video. Because this is what you get when you're a protector of the dominant society against black folk. And you get your rocks off by fucking with niggas the whole time and and having the nerve to tell your kids, oh, don't bring no black men home here. Like we the second class citizens. Well, this lady right here just let you know, well, nigga, you'll never be white. Period. You're clown. The clowns is at Camp 5. Camp 6, we don't play that shit over here. That's what she's basically telling him, and that's what he get. I don't feel bad for him at all.
You're threatening to kill me and my son. Can you give me
Okay.
the
Well,
iPad,
I'll
please?
tell you what. You keep smiling. You're on camera.
You're trying to threaten to kill me.
I
I'm not
didn't say that.
smiling. You're the one who's crazy.
Hold that still. I can't see that. Is this your car?
Yes, it is. And you're trying to say I stole my own car because you
Whoever this lady is, she must got some pull, got some power. But oh well, that's what he get.
jealous?
Yeah,
Is that what
I don't
that's
think
about?
so. You wait for me right here, okay?
You're jealous?
All you need to do is your signature.
Look. They edited the video, but the supervisor ended up coming out because that bitch was going in on his ass.
He's only citing you for using your cell phone while you're driving. That's it.
There you go, ma'am. Sign inside the
For,
red
being
box
a,
right
for
there.
him being a Mexican racist. What is that name?
It's on the
Gasso.
citation, ma'am.
Here you go, Mexican racist.
Mm.
You're always going to be a Mexican. You'll never be white. You know that, right? You'll never be white, which is what you really want to be.
Oh, let me play that again for y'all. Y'all need to let me play this again. I'm sorry, man. I have to play this over. And you like, well, Warren, why would you encourage this? Because how many times have y'all heard me say over the last, I don't know how many years I've been doing this podcast, that every other racial group want to replicate the behavior of the dominant society. So it took another person, like our brother Nick, shout out to Nick, like Keith Forsyth in this book, like the white people that's in this book, that's like, no, you want to be us. That's all that is. You a racist motherfucker. And you'll never be us. And you think that's all she doing is calling him out. And see, what they trying to do is they trying to, make this Latino race soldier the victim of racism by a white person. But that's never going to fly, homie. That's never going to fly, because the dominant society knows that y'all do the bidding for them. So the dominant society is going to call out the shit that they see. So either that white woman, if she's white, she must have either mixed kids, or she must have a friend or family member that's gotten killed by the police, or she must know something that we don't know, because she was speaking matter-of-factly. So let me rewind a little bit so y'all can hear what the fuck she just said, because I think it's important that y'all hear what she said. Oh yeah, Tasha, she on one. She on one for real. Hold on.
Phone while you're driving. That's it.
There you go, ma'am. Sign inside the red box right there.
For him being a Mexican racist.
And you notice she kept saying, she didn't say from him being a Mexican, no, for him being a Mexican racist. Now, how many times, shout out to my Latino brothers and sisters, but there's been a lot of times where black folk have been at the shortest end of the stick when it comes to dealing with our Latino brothers and sisters, because they are very quick to tell their family members and daughters and with nieces and don't date no black person and all. Y'all have heard George Lopez say that shit in his comedy. Well, once we call it out, it's no longer comedy. Now it's a fact. And now that somebody else from the dominant society is like, yeah, you Mexican racist. Now you're like, wait, how dare you? No, it's the truth. It's the truth.
What is that name? Gasso.
It's on the citation, ma'am.
Here you go, Mexican racist. You're always going to be a Mexican. You'll never be white. You know that, right? You'll never be white, which is what you really want to be.
There you
want to
go,
be
dear.
white.
Have a good day.
You want to be white so bad.
Man, wasn't she? She was going in, man. See, honestly, to tell you the truth, that's what we need. Maybe she cool as, okay, maybe she cool as a coconut. Now, see, I don't know this sister personal. I just came across it, but I liked what she said. I was laughing too, Josh, when I saw that shit. This is why I laugh, because I've been saying it the whole time. Even at your corporate plantations or, in the past, it's like, what are you doing? You're never going to be them. So what are you doing? And they're giving you Hansel and Gretel crumbs. They're not even giving you no real paper. That's what I'm saying. It's so crazy. They get modicum of power. And when I mean modicum, I mean a little bit, a tidbit of power. And they go off the rails and start treating every other racial group like shit. And acting like it's a badge of honor to treat niggas like shit. You know what I mean? And then when a nigga call them on it, it's almost like you wrong. Like, well, how dare you? You know what I mean? And this is no diss to my other Latino brothers and sisters, man, because look, I'm just calling out the hypocrisy in all these other racial groups. And you can say, well, black people have to be like that. Why? Because of how we get treated. We are reactionary people. What do you mean? We're the most accepting race on this planet. What do you mean? We accept everybody. But everybody does not accept us. They just accept and abuse our culture. And they are bloodsuckers of our culture, and they are culture vultures. So they'll walk around here and rap and do our music and all this other stuff. But then when they get tired and bored with our shit, they go back to doing the music they want to do. Pink, Post Malone, all these motherfuckers. You know what I mean? They'll go back to doing their shit and they'll act like that shit that you do don't even exist. That's a fact. they'll just use your shit to get on because it's hard for them to get on in their own culture because their culture is, I would say, not as accepting, especially if you don't have the look. Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, and then Pink's ugly ass. That's the difference. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you what I see. So let me go join this all-black record label and sing black music because I'll get, motherfuckers will look at me in a different light. And then once I get on, fuck black music. I'm going to start singing rock and all this other stuff. And I'm just looking like, I'm so tired of motherfuckers doing that shit, man. Everybody do it. Or people come on our side of the train tracks because it's some type of a bucket list for them. Justin Timberlake. Because as we can see, once you remove Timberland and the Neptunes, where's Justin? I can't wait to fall in love. Where you at, clown? Fuck out of here. Oh, man, it just deleted your thing. What'd your message say? I was going to read that. Why is it deleting this shit, man? Clown-ass YouTube. Yeah, I heard Post Malone is doing country music now. Post Malone said if you want real music, then don't listen to hip-hop. But niggas be... How many times have y'all heard me say, y'all better start looking at these people upside their head when they come over to our train tracks doing our music and then they start doing fucking rock. Then you should have started off doing that. See, Post Malone didn't even want to do rap music, but he couldn't make it in rock. Because, rock, you got to have a certain look. You got to study. Have you ever dealt and sat down with rock musicians or just people that's trying to inspire rock? They have respect for all music, but they are a studier of their music. You know what I mean? And they won't deviate from that. They're a studier of their music. They don't mind doing a collab with a hip hop artist now and then, but they're a study of their music, and that's where their focus is. But most rock artists, they didn't start off doing hip hop. No, if they were rock artists, they started off doing rock music, doing punk music, heavy metal. But black folk and hip hop and R&B, the only fucking genre where we let any motherfucker come on our side of the train tracks and just play our music, be a bloodsucker of our fucking culture, and then go back to when they done. They the only ones that do that. Nobody else does that. Nobody else is able to get away with that, but them, because they do it in our fucking genre of music. It's the truth. That's why that lady had to remind him, you'll always be a Mexican and you'll never be white. And you want to be white so bad. She's basically telling him, being a cop, yeah, you want to be white. You're not trying to protect and serve. And I know, and if she was calling racist, basically, he wasn't refuting that. He never said, I'm not racist. But you know why? Because he know deep down inside, yeah, when it comes to the dominant white society, you're going to be a protector of their race. And you are going to use your authority to abuse it when it's dealing with the dominant black culture, because our culture is dominant. Everybody loves our culture. Just everybody doesn't like us. That's the difference. They love our culture, but they don't like us. Motherfuckers love to emulate and replicate black behavior when it suits them, and then when it don't suit them, I'm Dominican and that bullshit. I be laughing. But those are just the type of things that we got to deal with. Like, why? One, because it's the truth. Man, Erica, what you say? Type it in the chat again, man. This shit is tripping. Why did it delete your message? I'm tired of that shit, man. It's always, I think it deleted one of your messages too. Clown ass fucking YouTube. I'm about to see if I can. Man, I don't like that, man. What you say, Erica? Put something else in the chat. It look like he's about to say some real shit. They ain't gonna delete that shit, man. YouTube always doing shit like that. Just deleting people's shit. The fuck? But I'm gonna tell you this right now, man. Go back and go look at it. And trust me, being from LA and moving to West Covina and being in San Dimas and being at them Latino people, them Latinos out there are very racist. What are you talking about? Now, some of them aren't. Some of them are I would say, delightful. They are honored to have black people as their friends, and they respect black culture, because I've been around those type of Latinos too, man, where they got love for black people and love for black culture. That, like, they don't play that bullshit either. You get to calling us mayates and shit, they be the first nigga want to fight for you. They don't play that shit. But I would say a lot of the time that I spent out there in San Gabriel Valley, you know, I felt like we were the most hated then. Period. That's why I have never been a lover of San Gabriel Valley. I've always been a lover of LA. And I've always been a lover of being around my people. I've always been a lover of going to Shenandoah Elementary. I remember that to this day. Because the majority of the people look like me. I would say 95 to 98% of the kids at Shenandoah Elementary looked like me. So I was not pleased when we had to move out there and I was around a whole bunch of people and they write nigga on the wall and I was like, man, what the fuck is this shit, man? I would have much rather dealt with gang violence all day, every day for my own people than deal with that shit. You know what I'm saying? You can kind of brokerage your deal when you're dealing with your people, but when you're dealing with other racial groups, it's no holds bar. So it's like, for people that doesn't understand about San Gabriel Valley and Diamond Bar and Rolling Heights and South Hills and West Covina and San Dimas and Laverne and all that, man, them places are very racist, man. Very racist. I don't care what you say. Very racist. And Chino and all that. Very racist. You can't just be black and be walking around the street like that. They want to jump you in a minute just because you black. But motherfuckers be wanting to tell a nigga like we crazy and we the racist ones. Stop. So I can only tell you from the experiences and what I've seen. So it's like it's not fun. It's not a good thing. And what that woman said, whether she was white or black, she put that shit out there. She put it out there. And I'm pretty sure deep down inside, that man was probably really like, ooh, this shit is embarrassing. Because I think he thought it was going to get some type of pub and get the lady fired or nothing. That lady was, and look, she must have been white because they blurred her face. They won't even show her face. So she must have some pull and have some power within the San Dimas area because they'll put your whole picture, your name. You can't even find her name or nothing on there. And I've been looking this whole time doing my podcast. You know why? Because she must got some power, some influence, and she must have, to me, an inside track on how racist it is. Because why would you call him a Mexican racist? Why would you call him that? There's got to be reasons why. These are just things you got to look at. But man, let me tell you something, man. It is not up to every other racial group to defend us. It's up to us to defend us. And it's up to us to call out the hypocrisies and all the bullshit that go along with it. And we got to start calling people out at the door. That's why when a motherfucker come up to me talking about, you know, do you like Eminem? I say it's not a fact of me liking Eminem. It's a fact of you're not using your platform to replace the system of racism, white supremacy, and establish a system of justice. You making raps about Donald Trump is not helping black folk. You putting people on and giving them record deals, that's not really that's helping individuals. That's racial showcasing confusion. No. Are you trying to replace a system of racism, white supremacy, and establish a system of justice? Is that what you're trying to do? You know what I'm saying? Because let me tell you something right now. I can't go amongst the white Jewish community and not be for the white Jewish community. If I was for myself and take shit back, they'd kick me out of their community. And they'd make sure I never worked again. But only in our community we'll let motherfuckers come amongst us and be culture vultures and be bloodsuckers of the poor and then let them go around their work and they way and then cheerlead and congratulate them. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was watching this thing too with Shaq. He was on the All the Smoke podcast with Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson. And I give Shaq props. He took a lot of accountability on his relationship with Kobe. But here's my thing. I'm looking at the Bus family. I'm not just looking at Shaq and Kobe. They've never had money like that. Y'all grew up with money. So there's a difference when you dangling money in front of black kids that really want to take care of their family. Of course, they're going to ostracize each other and treat each other like shit. And a lot of these white owners of any sports team gets a kick out of dividing and conquering black folk and acting like they ain't do nothing wrong and then going into victimhood when you call them out on it. That's why a motherfucker couldn't wait to jump down Donald Sterling's neck about he calling us niggas, and all this other shit. But I'm looking at the owner. I'm looking at not just the owners of the individual teams. I'm looking at how y'all brokerage the deal to sell it to another white Jewish person. Y'all could have sold the Clippers to anyone, but y'all found another white Jewish person to buy the team. So that lets me know that not only are y'all trying to be in control of the natural habitat of the NBA, that you want to be, in my personal opinion, the Merovingian when it comes to who sells what and who gets what. And if you don't know what the Merovingian is, go watch The Matrix Reloaded. he says this famous quote that you always hear me say when they were like, everyone has a choice. No, they do not. No, they do not have a choice. Choice is an illusion between those with power and those without. And that's real, because if that's the case, then why didn't they sell it to a black owner? Y'all don't find it odd that there's only one black owner in the NBA and everybody else is white? And he just happens to be the greatest player to ever play the game of basketball? Y'all don't notice there's something wrong with that? You know why? Because we so used to it just being the way it is. And we feel like, oh, well, if it changed, it's all good. We're not getting paid anyway. But like I said before, that white went down on this is what the fuck is really going on, and you'll never be white. And I'm glad she said it. And let that be a lesson to all of you other racial groups out there who want to treat niggas like shit, thinking you're going to get a pat on the head by the dominant society. There are those dominant society people. There's not a lot of them, but there are some of them out there that's going to call you on your bullshit. And when they do, I don't want to hear shit. And don't come crying to the motherfucking, I know, man. It's tripping now. I don't know why this shit be tripping like this, man. For real. But y'all already know what it is. Hey, man, I appreciate everybody listening, subscribing. If you are talking about black people could be racist too, guilty, nigga. I don't fuck with y'all, man. Hey, man, I'm out, man. Appreciate it. Peace.